Lansing's only sports station. The Game, 7:30.
Let's play.
And a pleasant good evening and welcome to another edition of high school basketball. Here on the Game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN, your trusted home for high school sports coverage. And it's brought to you tonight and all season long by Jeff and Chris Metz and Dowding Industries and by the Lansing Sports Commission. I'm Brock Palmbush. Alongside me is Eric Doc Love. This is the regular season finale, and it's a big one in the CAAC Blue between the Trojans of East Lansing. 19-2 on the season. They are the CAAC Blue champs, undefeated in league play at 11-0 against the team that's trying to finish second in the league, the Wolves of Okemos, at 18-3 overall, 9-2 in the CAAC Blue. Doc, these two teams played back on January 25th. East Lansing won it 66-54. Cam Hudson, their top two guys, Cam Hudson, KJ Torbert, were big time in that game. Hudson with 23 points, 6 rebounds. Torbert, 15 points, 7 rebounds.
You look at that final score, 66-54, you think, oh man, they won easily. No, that ball game came down to the last possessions, and it was East Lansing just making free throws late to seal that one in that victory, and vaulting them to first place in CAAC Blue, and now they are Blue champs outright. And Okemos had a chance tonight if they had not lost in overtime to Waverly last Monday. Otherwise, this could have been a potential tie at the top of the Blue this season.
East Lansing beat Grand Ledge to clinch the outright title on Tuesday, 57-36. They were led by Cam Hudson, 18 points, 9 rebounds. He's the outstanding junior. B.J. Wyndham, 11 points, 4 steals. KJ Torbert, a down game for him. 8 points, 6 rebounds, but 4 steals. We know how good a defensive player he is.
Well, they won by 21 points. They didn't really need their leading scorer, KJ Torbert, to do as much. He had 12 in their win against DeWitt last Friday. He had 12 in their win last week against Holt. So leading scorers, he's there. He's hanging around, but they haven't needed as much from him because of the competition.
Okemos beat Muskegon Heights Academy on Monday 70-26. In that game against East Lansing Bannock on the 25th, mentioned the Walton twins, Brennan and Colin Walton. Brennan, 23 points, 8 rebounds. Colin Walton, 17 points, 5 rebounds. Colin Alexander, 11 points in that one. They missed 7 free throws, but they're amped for this one. They know they can't win the league title there, but they need this win for confidence heading into next week in their big semifinal matchup in the districts against CAAC Red Champ Mason.
That's a big one in there. And that loss back on January 25th, I mean, you're going to get 40 points from your leading guys. You know, the Waltons, you're like, hey, man, we're going to be in good shape. And then Alexander kicking in another 11, it just wasn't quite enough. They really needed a fourth guy to kind of step up and be a little bit more for him in that loss. But, hey, you're right. Tonight is a win to try and vault themselves, get ready for that district semifinal matchup against a very good Mason squad. And Okemos not going to slow things down tonight. That's for sure. They want to get a victory on the road.
We'll talk about some of the other action around the mid-Michigan area. I had a chance to talk to both coaches, Jeff Wanch in his 12th season at Okemos and Ray Mitchell in his 6th season at East Lansing. We'll go over what they told me before the broadcast and, again, get to the other action around the mid-Michigan area. After this timeout, you're listening to your trusted source for high school sports coverage. The Game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN, brought to you by Jeff and Chris Metz and Dowding Industries and by the Lansing Sports.
The Game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN.
Back here at East Lansing High School, it's Okemos East at East Lansing. Boys basketball, the regular season finale. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Jeff and Chris Metz and Dowding Industries. Always interested in individuals that have the drive and desire to be successful in work and in life. Check them out at dowdingindustries.com. You may find a successful future here. And by the Lansing Sports Commission. Megan Zemer and her great staff. No matter the sport, the Lansing Sports Commission can make your next event your best event. Plan on something greater. Find out more at lansingsports.org. Doc had a chance to talk to both coaches before the game. Jeff Wanch told me the keys for him, in his mind, keep East Lansing out of transition. Keep East Lansing in the half court. Figure out how to defend the bigs for Okemos and counter it. That's pretty good advice right there.
Yep.
Easier said than done, as we've seen this season.
Especially in the keeping East Lansing in the half court and not letting them get out in a transition. They have done a fantastic job of getting out and getting fast break opportunities, and they usually score out of those too. So that's good. That one would be the biggest one for me, is to try and keep them from getting easy fast break points.
East Lansing, well, Ray Mitchell told me, do their best to slow down the Waltons. Both Waltons have had an excellent season. Said it's going to be a team effort. And he had something on the whiteboard there. It said defense, ball pressure. Ball pressure, obviously, with B.J. Wyndham and K.J. Torbert on the Okemos guards.
Yeah, keeping those guys in, and then not allowing the Waltons to get touches down in the post, especially Brennan down there. He's the big guy that really gets down into the post area, and they got to feed him the ball. And if the B.J. Wyndham and Torbert and those guys can keep the ball out of them, then they have a better chance to win tonight.
By the way, East Lansing will be without a couple of players tonight. J.L. Branson, a normal starter for Coach Ray Mitchell. He's out with an undisclosed injury, as is backup big Deontay Macy, number 33. They aren't playing tonight. And I've been told Duarte Sams Jr., another backup, he is a game time decision, shall we say. So we'll see how that affects. If it does, what do you think?
No, I mean, foul trouble could be, East Lansing's had some issues with the bigs getting into foul trouble. Christian Dunn and Charlie Baker.
Yep.
And Macy's been that third guy. So if those guys have some issues, and and without him, you got to go to somebody else who maybe a little less experienced. And real quick, Branson's their third leading scorer. He's part of that three-headed monster for him, so they're going to miss him big time.
Some of the other games around the area tonight: Holt is at Jackson, Grand Ledge at Everett, DeWitt at Waverly, Fowlerville at St. John's, Charlotte at Eaton Rapids, Sexton trying to finish an undefeated CAAC white season, playing at Portland. Not easy there.
Nope.
Perry at Portland St. Pat's. Ovid Elsie is at Chesaning. And Chesaning, by the way, is undefeated. They're 21-0 on the season and could play Langsburg in the regionals if both teams get that far. That's amongst the action tonight, on the boys' side. On the girls' side, Eastern is at Hazlitt, Williamston at Mason, Charlotte at Eaton Rapids, Fowlerville at St. John's, Olivet at Lansing Catholic. Catholic needs that win to clinch a share of the CAAC white title. Portland's already got a share of that. By the way, Portland hosts Flint Carmen Ainsworth right now. Portland St. Pat's is at Bath, Fowler at Dansville, PW at Langsburg, Perry at Christian. And that's just amongst the action tonight. Morris, their great player, Aubrey Rogers, had a great season. They are playing at Burton Bendel tonight. And Vermontville Maple Valley is at Springport amongst the action. Just one game tomorrow. It's here at East Lansing as East Lansing's girls play Heartland. We'll talk about that tomorrow and recap everything tomorrow on High School Rewind here on the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN. That runs from 10 a.m. until 11. Brian Calloway will be joining me, and I'll go over all the boys' district matchups that you want to hear. Spend a whole segment. No coaches' interviews tomorrow. It'll be boys' district matchups. We'll go through that on the show tomorrow. Well, we're just about ready to go here at East Lansing High School. The starting lineups and the opening tip coming up next. It's Okemos at East Lansing here on the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN, your trusted source for high school sports coverage.
WVFN.
The final strands of the Star-Spangled Banner here at East Lansing High School. Okemos at East Lansing in boys basketball. Not quite a packed house right now, but you know what? They're still coming in, Doc. And
because they were waiting for parking spots, that's why.
Well, the thing is, the CAAC swim meet, the swimming finals, the preliminaries are going on today, and they're just finishing up just as we're coming onto the air. The finals, by the way, are tomorrow, right next door.
Yes.
Just right across the hallway here at East Lansing High School. So that's why we had a lot of people here tonight. You had a heck of a time trying to find parking. A popular place here tonight at East Lansing High School.
It's a good thing I had the wife's SUV so I could go off-roading in this one, because my car probably wouldn't have handled that very well.
All right, before we get to the starting lineups, your keys to this game. You heard what the coaches told me. What do you think?
I think for East Lansing, foul trouble is going to be the biggest issue. With them having a shortened bench like this, especially with the bigs and Branson being not available, him out with injury, I think foul trouble could be the biggest issue for the Trojans in this one tonight. For Okemos here on the road, it's just handling the pressure on the road, really. You always have the big student sections packed over there ready to give the players some issues. It's just handling the pressure on the road.
Yep, they're the starting lineups being introduced to the crowd right now. Let's get to them now. Eric Doc Love has them for everyone listening to everyone on the Game 730 AM WVFN, the Game 730am.com, the Game 730 AM app, and the Lansing Sports Network. First for Okemos, coached by Jeff Wanch in his 12th season.
In the backcourt, a junior, 5'9", number 21, Brandon Pruitt. Senior, 6'2", number 22, Colin Alexander, Junior, 5'11", number 23, Christian Chu. And the forwards are the Waltons. Senior, 6'5", 33, Colin Walton. Senior, 6'5", 35, Brennan Walton.
And now for East Lansing, 19-2 on the season, coached by Ray Mitchell in his 6th season.
In the backcourt, a junior, 6 foot, number 1, BJ Wyndham. Sophomore, 6'3", number 2, KJ Torbert. Junior, 6'6", number 5, Cam Hudson. And the forwards, since J.L. Branson is out, senior, 6'7", number 21, Christian Dunn. And stepping in for the injured Branson, senior, 6'4", number 40, Charlie Baker. So Baker, who would normally come in and maybe be the sixth man, steps into the starting role.
Okemos in their alternate black uniforms, maroon numerals, white trim. East Lansing in their home white uniforms, blue letters and numbers with a red trim and a checkerboard design right down the side of their jerseys and their shorts.
I think UConn, the Huskies, kind of have that similar type of style.
There you go. 8 minutes are on the clock. We'll be ready to go. Okemos going from left to right across your radio. East Lansing, right to left. Jumping center, Brennan Walton for Okemos. And is that Christian Dunn? Yes, Christian Dunn for East Lansing. Here we go. You hear the whistle? Ball in the air. Tip one by East Lansing. And they get the ball to start. Here's B.J. Wyndham across the timeline.
Man-to-man?
Man-to-man defense. Here's KJ Torbert. No surprise there, don't you think?
No, not at all.
Wyndham looking underneath for Dunn. He's double-teamed. Taken away. Stolen. That's Brennan Walton. Gets the steal. Here comes Okemos.
He was a secondary defender. Colin was the initial guy, and then Brennan came over to help him.
Brennan driving. Lost it momentarily. Got it back. Puts a shot up. No good. Rebound, Charlie Baker. He gets the first rebound of the game. Here comes Wyndham. Up ahead. Dunn. Layup. Good. Nice job running the floor by Christian Dunn. It's 2-0 East Lansing, 40 seconds into this game.
Yep, got all the way down there, and nobody picked up the ball quick enough on Wyndham, and it was an easy deuce.
Alexander for East Lansing. Now Brennan Walton, right side, guarded by Dunn. Lost the ball, taken away. Ooh, foul on KJ Torbert.
He did swipe the ball away, but put his shoulder into Brennan Walton as he did it.
Was some contact. Mm-hmm. Some officials might let that go.
I guess it really depends on what happens first. Is it the contact or is the person knocking the ball away? They're saying that the contact came first.
We'll get an ID here in just a second as Colin Alexander drives the lane, puts a shot up, rolls around and in. We're tied at 2. Okemos and East Lansing a minute into this game.
Split 2 defenders. That was a tough one. It rolled around, finally dropped.
You're listening to your trusted source for high school sports coverage. The Game 730 AM WVFN East Lansing, a Town Square media station. KJ Torbert turns it over.
Christian Chu with the steal.
Here's Brennan Walton, now to Chu. Chu, right side Alexander, launches from 23. Rattles, no, tough luck miss there. Wyndham the rebound. Here comes EL, and they turn it over again. Pass it up ahead, and they turn it over. Alexander with the steal, tried to get it up ahead to Brennan Walton. It was just out of his reach. Another missed opportunity for Okemos.
Yeah, nice turnover forced by the Wolves. And then you're right, the Walton brother ready to run the court, but the pass errant and way too far in front.
6:15 to go, first quarter. We're tied at 2. Okemos and East Lansing, the regular season finale. Both these teams will be at the Mason District next week. We'll tell you more about that later on in the broadcast. Top of the key, Christian Dunn. Right side, Cam Hudson. His first touch of the game. He's got it deep on the right. He's going to drive. Left-handed layup. Yes. East Lansing up 4-2.
First touch and first bucket. Easy drive and used the left hand and kept it away from the defender.
Used his body as shield, the defender, yeah. Man-to-man defense here for East Lansing. Here's Brennan Walton driving the lane against Dunn. Puts the shot up. Yes.
Wyndham came over to help defensively, too. The second guy, and it didn't matter.
We're tied at 4. 5:33 to go, first quarter. Hudson tried to get it to Christian Dunn, threw it over his head out of bounds.
Yeah, right idea, but Dunn wasn't quite ready for it. He did not get into the spot that he was looking for to post up, and another errant pass.
5:29 to go, first quarter. We're tied at 4. Pruitt driving in the corner. That's Christian Chu. Chu back to Brennan Walton. Brennan, left side, Colin. Faked a three, wanted to take the three, but didn't. Now here's Alexander driving, kicking right side. Pruitt, open three. Yes.
Perfect drive and dish.
Pruitt knocks it down. It's 7-4 Okemos. 5 minutes to go in the quarter.
You get into the paint, the defenders come and help out, and then it leaves the shooter wide open.
Wyndham across the timeline, guarded by Pruitt. High post, left side, that's Baker, now done. Now a little bit of a weave here to Hudson. Hudson to Wyndham. Wyndham deep on the right, far side, double team, gets into the lane, fades from 10, yes! 7-6 Okemos, 4:35 to go, first quarter.
It wasn't how the play was initially supposed to go, but they were looking for Torbert, but he got shut down.
Left side, here's Alexander. High post, Brennan Walton. Walton on the drive. Nice pass underneath, reverse layup, Christian Chu, good.
Moving without the ball.
Nice cut, hit the reverse layup. It's 9-6 Okemos.
It helps when your big man, like Brennan Walton, has the court vision to find somebody like that, too.
Both student sections are absolutely jammed here at East Lansing High School. Not quite a sellout, but pretty close. Top of the key, Torbert. Driving on Chu. He got bumped, puts a shot up. No, but he's fouled. Let the first bump go, but not the second one. Mm-hmm. It was before the shot, so no free throws. 3:59 to go first quarter. Okemos up 9-6. And now the first substitution here. Number 11, Alan McGrew. Remember, he gave East Lansing some good minutes in the first half in the Waverly game because of foul trouble.
Yep, he steps in. Now he becomes the de facto sixth man tonight.
They get it into Cam Hudson. Hudson driving, puts a shot up. No, knocked away. Comes away to Colin Walton. Walton to Chu. Chu backs it out. Colin Walton, three. No. Rebound comes away to B.J. Wyndham for East Lansing. Here comes Wyndham against Pruitt. Nearly traveled, but gets it to Walton. Just able to keep his pivot foot. He did almost travel.
Mm-hmm. It was real close. The Okemos student section thought it was a travel.
3:29 to go first quarter. 9-6 Okemos. Right side Torbert. Left side McGrew. McGrew did travel.
He did, yep.
2 pivot feet. Can't have that.
Mm-hmm. Start with the left and then move to the right.
Cam Essel now in the game for EL. Out goes B.J. Wyndham. Team fouls are 1-1 right now. Remember, on the 5th team foul, it's free throws.
2 every time.
Biggest rule change in high school basketball, not only in the state of Michigan, but nationwide. People are split on that. Mm-hmm. Some coaches like it. Some officials like it. Others don't. Here's Brennan Walton. Fades. No, he got double teamed. Now he throws up a hook shot. That's no good. Cam Hudson the rebound. Up ahead to McGrew. Drives. Layup. Too hard. No good. Rebound comes away to Walton. That's Colin Walton.
Yep.
And he's fouled. See who that foul is on. That's McGrew. That's his first. Team second. 2:57 to go in the quarter. Out goes Wyndham. Out goes Dunn. Out goes Torbert. So we got 24. Owen Fortman in the game.
Charlie Baker's back in.
Charlie Baker's back in the game. And I just mentioned Cam Essel. Okay. Going deeper into the bench because of a couple of injuries is Coach Ray Mitchell. Brennan Walton goes right side to Pruitt. Pruitt on the drive. Fades from 10. No, but a foul.
Yep, got bumped. He beat Essel, who was flat-footed defensively. But the second guy came over. That was Fortman. He picks up a foul.
His first, the team third. 2:41 to go in the quarter. And now Brandon Pruitt, who hit a three-pointer earlier in this quarter, goes to the line for 2. First free throws of the night. Brett Palmbos, Erik Love, glad you're joining us from East Lansing High School tonight. The first free throw is good. In the game now for Okemos, 24, Nick Grabornis. Out goes Brennan Walton.
Grabornis in that overtime loss to Waverly had 17 points off the bench.
Probably his best career game. 10-6 Okemos, second of 2. That's good. He's got 5. And now number 4, Josiah Thomas, will come in for Pruitt. Good start for Okemos. Obviously, because they're ahead by 5 right now. Essel across the timeline. Passes it over to Hudson. Now, left of the key, 3, Baker. No good. Rebound, Hudson. Right place, right time. Lays it up and in. He's got 4. It's 11-8.
Yeah, Baker doesn't take a lot of three-point shots, but Hudson right there to get it. Put it back in.
Colin Walton guarded by Charlie Baker. Mid-post left. Here's Alexander. Back to Colin Walton. Walton double-teamed. Rotate opposite. Chew for 3. Around and off, no good. The rebound comes away to Charlie Baker. Here comes East Lansing. Essel trying to drive. Kick it back to McGrew, and they'll reset. Left side, Hudson. Going to drive on Alexander. Lost the ball momentarily at the free throw line. Scrum for it. He recovers. Back to Essel. Minute 45 to go in the quarter. It's 11-8 Okemos.
It's been a good battle so far in this opening period. Hudson trying to take it on Alexander.
Left side, that's Fortman. Fortman, top of the key, Essel. Gets into the lane. Puts a floater up. That's no good. The putback. Yes!
Baker.
Charlie Baker, I think.
Yep.
Charlie Baker. Put back and the rebound. 2 points, 3 rebounds. That's 11-10. Whoa, deep 3. Colin Alexander. He got it.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, the net's messed up.
The net is messed up. They'll fix it now. It's 14-10. That's Colin's first basket. Okemos up 4 with 1:20 to go in the first. I think East Lansing just trying to tread water until the end of the quarter with this backup unit for the most part. And they've done pretty well up until Colin Walton hit that three-pointer. Minute 10 to go. Essel. Left side, Fortman. Looking down a 3-man weave here. Here is McGrew. Top of the key, Hudson. Hudson, right side, Baker. In the corner to Fortman. Trying to drive on his man. Can't do it. Back to Essel. Under a minute to go now in this quarter. Pass to Hudson. Hudson gets in the lane. Nice move. Puts a shot up. Blocked out of bounds. Colin Alexander. Good defense. And now B.J. Wyndham will come in to finish this quarter, as will Christian Dunn. Out goes McGrew, out goes Baker. 47.1 seconds to go in the quarter. Okemos leading East Lansing 14-10.
So that battle's been good. It's been 50-50. Either Hudson scored a couple of times or Alexander's been able to defend it.
Here's Essel, right side. Kicks it back to Dunn. Dunn to Wyndham. Wyndham gets a screen. Now he's going to drive. Hook shot up, no. Put back, yes. Christian Dunn gets the putback to go. He's got 4. It's 14-12 Okemos. Under 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Maybe that shot was by design, Doc.
It was a little out of control from Wyndham. He must have known that Dunn was there to save him.
Alexander. 15 seconds to go. He's being guarded by Fortman. Now to Chew, guarded by Essel. Essel gets a screen from Alexander. He's going to drive. Long shot up. No. Rebound tipped. Comes away to Hudson. Hudson up ahead to Wyndham. 1 second. 30-footer. Short. And we've reached the end of one quarter of play. Okemos has a 2-point lead at the end of one quarter of play. 14-12. Come on back for the second. Here on the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN and the Lansing Sports Network, brought to you by Dowding Industries, Jeff and Chris Metz in Dowding Industries, and the Lansing Sports Committee.
Lansing Sports Leader, the game, 7:30 a.m.
Back here at East Lansing High School, Brock Palmbos, Erik, Doc Love. Good first quarter. Okemos leading East Lansing 14-12.
Wolves built up a little bit of a lead there, and East Lansing able to cut them back at the end and keep it down to a 1-bucket lead now. But it's been back and forth.
My rebounding numbers, I have East Lansing with 9, Okemos with only 2.
Yeah. Colin Walton has 2 rebounds for them. That's it.
That's it. Okemos gets the ball to start quarter number 2. As they had the alternate possession arrow. Now it flips over to East Lansing, but East Lansing starts, and the Okemos turns it over. KJ Torbert with a steal off a bad pass. Layup, good, and we're tied. Just a bad pass at the three-point line, Doc.
They were trying to get it to Colin Walton, and it just didn't work out. Chris Page, number 10, in for the first time for Okemos, by the way.
14 all, Okemos and East Lansing. Left side, Brennan Walton. Driving against Christian Dunn. Puts a shot up, around, and good.
He's kind of bullied his way in.
Brennan Walton, he's got 4. It's 16-14 Okemos. B.J. Wyndham back in the game. He crosses the timeline. First minute, second quarter. Left side, Essel. Now to Torbert, now Hudson. Hudson, right side, Essel. Driving against Page. Now Torbert with it. Gets in the lane. Fades from 14. Yes.
Defender gave him just enough space.
Torbert with 4, and we're tied at 16, a minute into this quarter. Pruitt to Brennan Walton. Walton tipped away by Cam Essel, trying to get it to Chris Page, out of bounds right in front of the East Lansing student section. Nick Grabornis fakes the handoff, going to drive all the way, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound comes away to Cam Essel. Here comes East Lansing, right side, three, Torbert, no. Rebound by Hudson, the putback. Yes, they give him the continuation. Wow. Count it and a foul.
I thought it was way after, but hey.
Grabornis the foul, his first. Team first of this quarter, and East Lansing's got the lead, 18-16. Coach Jeff Wunsch not happy with that call. No problem with the foul. It was a foul, but didn't think that was a little NBA continuation right there.
The foul came when he was on the floor, so I would be a little upset too.
The free throw is good. Hudson with 7 to go with 3 rebounds. 19-16 East Lansing. This is their first lead of the game. 6:30 to go in the second quarter. B.J. Wyndham being handsy there with Brandon Pruitt. No foul called yet. Pruitt dribbling left side against Wyndham. Into the corner, that's Grabornis. Grabornis gets into the lane, puts a shot up, no. Put back though, yes, Brennan Walton. His first rebound, he's got 6 points, it's a 1-point game. Hudson for 3, yes! He's in double figures now with 10. 22-18 East Lansing.
Trojans come out with a fury here to start
Pruitt
the quarter.
All the way, kicks it back out. Colin Walton 3. Yes! His second 3. It's 22-21.
You can't give him even an inch of space out there.
That was a 23-footer, and he knocked it down.
I say if he's even a few steps behind the line, he'll take it.
Almost an NBA 3. 5.5 minutes to go in the quarter. We'll have halftime stats and analysis coming up. Obviously, at halftime, we'll also have This Week in High School Sports. Right side, that's Wyndham. Wyndham to Essel, driving, kicking, Torbert, corner 3, no, rebound, put back, Christian Dunn, yes! He's got 6 points to go with a couple of rebounds. East Lansing up 3, 24-21.
He's been hitting the offensive glass, both of those on the offensive end with putbacks.
Pruitt across the timeline, guarded by Wyndham. Goes right side, Brennan Walton. He's driving against Dunn again. Kicks it. Chris Page, 3. Around and off, no good. Tough luck miss there. Hudson with another rebound. He's got 4. In the corner to Torbert. Torbert backs it out. Didn't have numbers. Now Hudson, 22-footer. No, way off. Rebound comes away to Brennan Walton. That's his second rebound. Now Okemos will slow it down here. Here's Colin Walton. Tried to get it to his brother Brennan. Taken away. Hudson with a steal. Up ahead to Walton. High feed. Jam. Cam Hudson. Great high feed.
Fast break points.
26-21 East Lansing. 4:15 to go in the quarter. I got to tell you, maybe one more bat now. We're going to get a timeout.
Not surprised. 30-second timeout by Wunsch.
And we'll take one as well and come back on the game. 7:30 a.m. WV.
Lansing's only sports station. The game, 7:30.
Let's play.
East Lansing leading Okemos 26-21. 4:11 to go in the first quarter. Coming out of the Okemos 30-second timeout. That was a great high feed from Wyndham to Cam Hudson. Cam Hudson been terrific. 12 points, 4 rebounds. Easily their best player so far.
He's gotten the touches, and you're right. Whenever they've gotten him the ball, he's been able to score, basically.
Brennan Walton, double team, kicks it to Christian Chu. Now right side, Alexander, back to Chu. Chu being guarded by Baker. Chu gets it to Brennan. Top of the key, Pruitt. Pruitt goes left side, Colin Walton.
Noah Lopez, number 23, in for the first time.
He's guarding Colin Walton. Now Walton a 3. Yes!
Another one.
Colin Walton's third three-pointer. He's got 9. It's 26-24. EL. Remember, if EL wins this game, they are undefeated league champions. They've already clinched the outright league title in the CAAC Blue, but they'd finish undefeated in league play if they win. Left side, Essel. Top of the key, Wyndham. Trying to drive against Pruitt. Can't find anything. We'll pull it back out. 3:15 to go, second quarter, 26-24, East Lansing.
Okemos' man-to-man D in the first quarter was excellent. It's kind of fallen apart a little bit here in the second quarter.
Here's Lopez with it. Hudson out of the game right now, coming out of the timeout. Here is Wyndham on the right side. Gets into the lane, fades from 15, rattles, no. Tough luck miss there. Colin Walton the rebound. He's got 3 rebounds to go with 9 points. Here is Colin Walton, guarded by Lopez. Now goes to Brennan Walton. Ooh, he thought about a 3, didn't take it. Now he's going to drive on Baker. Gets into the lane, left-handed hook, no. Rebound, Charlie Baker.
Baker stood his ground, and the ball just didn't want to drop.
Wyndham, right side. Essel, 3. Yes! The bench guys for East Lansing holding their own against Okemos. It's 29-24 EL.
First bench points for them, but you're right. Guys have come in and played well overall, doing other things.
We'll talk about that when we get to halftime. I got a feeling. Brandon Walton, a 3. Rattled it in, left-handed.
He doesn't take a lot of three-point shots. His brother Colin's a three-point artist.
He's got 9. And now we got a substitution. Cam Hudson's going to come in. Out will go Noah Lopez.
Yeah, the ball got away, so they had an officials timeout, so it's a dead ball, and you can make a substitution.
And the officials did not want to call a delay of game warning at that point.
No, it was incidental. It didn't happen on purpose.
Right.
But.
Now, timeout, East Lansing. And it's a full timeout. Little surprised by that timeout. 2:01 to go in the second quarter. East Lansing 29, Okemos 27. 30-second break, and we're back on the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN. Brought to you by Jeff and Chris Metz and Dowding Industries. And by the Lansing Sports Commission.
WVFN.
The basketball postseason is just around the corner. And a very
Palmbos and Erik
familiar
back
to
here
the top
at
the
East
Upper
Lansing High
Peninsula
School.
Finals. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports Power.
Apologize for that error there.
Little early start.
Yep, sorry about that.
Little early start for This Week in High School Sports.
We'll get to that coming up at halftime.
Three-point shot keeping Okemos in it here in the second quarter.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. 29-27, East Lansing.
The Waltons with 3 apiece in this one.
Here's a 3 by Cam Essel. He just made one. That's no good. The rebound comes down to Christian Chu. Chu looking underneath to Walton, taken away. Baker with a steal. Not a good entry pass.
No, that's their third takeaway for East Lansing.
Wyndham, 3. Yes! He's got 5. It's 32-27.
Had a bit of a mismatch. Had Brennan Walton on him. He decided, I'm not going to take him to the bucket. I'm going to shoot over him.
Top of the key, Walton. Guarded by Baker again. That's Brennan Walton. Getting into the lane. Nearly traveled. Back to Pruitt. 3. No. Rebound. Scrum 4. Comes away to Cam Essel. He's got 3 points and a couple of rebounds. Up ahead to Torbert. Jam. Right-handed jam on the left side.
Nobody got back defensively.
Torbert's got 6. It's 34-27.
Okemos, nobody was hustling back.
Nope. Here is Chu. Right side, Brennan Walton. To Colin Walton. Offensive foul.
Going to be on Chu.
His second. Team second. He's going to have to come out. No, he's going to stay in. Pruitt out. Josiah Thomas, number 4, is in. And now it looks like number 34, Jake Stagg, is going to come in for Chu probably.
Well, they're going to wait.
Nope, he didn't report in time.
Yeah, it took too long. Maybe it's because he didn't tuck his shirt in. That's all.
Let's see here. Do they allow him in?
Nope, they're going to make him wait.
No, they don't allow him in.
They said it was too late. Well, okay, now we're going to talk about it.
52.6 seconds to go in the half.
They might let him in now because he tucked in his jersey. That might have been the indication. That's what they were waiting for, was for him to tuck his jersey in. Yes,
and
that's
now
what
they
it
will
was.
get him in for Christian Chu, who's got 2 fouls. Only player in the game with 2 fouls.
The first set official was letting the ball inbounds, was telling the close official, saying, hey, make him tuck his jersey in, then he can come in. But they didn't do that, so they had to stop and reset.
Here is B.J. Wyndham. Down to 40 seconds to go. They made an adjustment to the clock as well.
And they're going to hold for the last shot, too.
Can't say I blame East Lansing. They'll get the ball to start quarter number 3. They got the possession arrow. They go a little 4 corners here. variation of the four corners.
What a fury, too, after scoring 12 in the first quarter, 22 in the second.
Here is Torbert. Out towards midcourt. Down to 14. Down to 10. 5 count on him. Now he's got a drive, and he's fouled by Josiah Thomas. They had that to give. His first, the team third. No free throws here.
They got another to give if they wanted. How about East Lansing? No fouls in this quarter.
They committed 3 in the first quarter. 9.1 seconds to go in the second quarter. 34-27. East Lansing. Wyndham inbounding to Hudson in the corner. Pulls it back out. They got 5 seconds. He's going to create. He's got it. Bumps his man. Whistle. Offensive foul.
Wow.
And I can't argue with that call, too. He lowered his shoulder.
Used the off arm.
His first, the team's first. 2.3 seconds left in the quarter.
Pruitt and Chu come back in for this last offensive possession for the Wolves.
Brennan Walton inbounding right in front of his own bench. Gets it to Christian Chu. To midcourt. Launches.
Nope.
It went in,
but it's too
late.
Oh, man.
The far side official had it right. No argument there.
Oh. He drained that thing, too. It was nothing but net.
Man.
But it was still in his hands as the buzzer went off. I was watching it, too.
So, East Lansing has the lead at the half, 34-27. We'll take a timeout and get to halftime stats and analysis after This Week in High School Sports with John Ross.
The basketball postseason is just around the corner, and a very familiar name swims to the top at the Upper Peninsula Finals. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid. The boys' basketball brackets were released on Sunday, as the MHSAA boys basketball tournament is set to start on Monday, February 26th. In each district, the top 2 teams, according to NPR, were placed on opposite sides of the draw, and the remaining teams were placed according to a random draw. Next Sunday, the 25th, the girls' bracket will be released. It's done the same way, with the top 2 teams in each district going on opposite sides of the bracket, and the girls' tournament begins March 4th. A great majority of tournament games will be available on the NFHS network. Just go to nfhsnetwork.com to search for your team's games. The finals for both the girls and boys will air live on Valley Sports Detroit. The boys' finals are Saturday, March 16th, with the girls 1 week later on March 23rd. Remember, the boys' tournament is first this year. Semifinals and finals will be played at the Breslin Center in East Lansing. The defending champs on the boys' side are Detroit Cass Tech in D1, Ferndale in Division 2, Flint Beecher in Division 3, and Munising in D4. On the girls' side, it was Rockford in Division 1, Lansing Catholic in D2, Hemlock in Division 3, and Maple City Glen Lake in Division 4. For scores, updated brackets, and game times, please be sure to check out MHSAA.com. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Madawan's Noah Van Lanningham. He scored a school record 40 in a game against Holt, making 9 triples in the process. The 40 points put him over 1,000 career points and made him Madawan's all-time leading scorer. Mason County Eastern's Clay Shoup. Clay poured in 55 points in a win over Manistee Catholic, breaking the school's single-game record. And to both the boys and girls bowling teams at Bay City John Glenn, each captured their 4th straight Bay County championship.
For high school seniors, the matchup of the year isn't on the field. It's actually online. That's right. When you fill out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, you could also be eligible for thousands of dollars in additional money from the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Yep, nearly 80% of students who fill out the FAFSA may be eligible. Now that's a matchup we can all root for. Get started today at michigan.gov/achievement. The Michigan Achievement Scholarship. It's a game changer.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating. with the MHSAA's Director of Officiating Services, Sam Davis.
We're on the basketball court today, where a player fires up a shot that fails to make it to the basket. An air ball. But if he's able to catch the ball before anyone else touches it, is this a traveling violation? If not, what is the player able to do now? It is not traveling as long as the referee judges the first release of the ball as a shot attempt. After catching the shot, it's treated the same as grabbing an offensive rebound that hit the rim. The player can now restart his dribble, pass the ball, or shoot again. A shot attempt is a shot attempt, regardless of it hitting the rim or backboard.
Thanks, Sam. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, go to the MHSAA website now to register. With most winter sports just starting the postseason, there is one that's already in the record books. The UP Swimming and Diving held its finals at Marquette over the weekend, and the host school won titles on both the boys and girls side. The girls brought home their 5th title in 6 years and 28th overall. They finished first in 4 individual and 2 relay events. Grace Sobchak was a part of 4 of those wins. She was fastest in the 200-yard individual medley, the 500 freestyle, and was on the 200 medley and 400 freestyle relay teams. Gladstone was second, Ishpeming Westwood third. For the boys, similar story. Marquette finished first in 3 individual events and all 3 relays. It's their 5th straight title and 31st overall. Junior Trevor Crandall won the 50-yard freestyle and was on the winning 200 medley and 400 freestyle relay teams. Houghton finished second, Gladstone was third. For complete coverage from the pool in Marquette, be sure to go to MHSAA.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll be back next week.
Lansing Sports Station, The Game, 7:30 a.m.
Back here at East Lansing High School. East Lansing did Okemos 34-27. And interesting numbers here from the first half. Leading the way for Okemos. Colin Walton, 9 points, 3 rebounds. Brennan Walton, 9 points and 2 rebounds. And Pruitt, 5 points. Colin Alexander, 2 points in the block. Christian Chu, 2 points, 1 rebound. Okemos 2 from the line. East Lansing. Charlie Baker, 2 points, 4 rebounds. PJ Wyndham, 5 points, 2 rebounds. Hansel, 3 points, 2 rebounds. Free throws, Okemos 2 for 2. East Lansing 1 for 1. Big stat, 15 rebounds for East Lansing, 6 for Okemos.
Rebounds for them, 4 offensive, and they score points off every single one of the rebounds, too, for East Lansing. Huge second quarter than the lead.
The second half coming up next here on The Game, 7:30 a.m. Palmbos and Erik Doc Love. Quarter number 3 underway here. East Lansing and Okemos. East Lansing leading 34-27. East Lansing with the ball to start. Quarter number 3. Holding up possession. We'll get Eric's keys to the second half here in just a minute. Pam Essel driving in the game. Christian Dunn with the top of the key. Now right side. PJ Wyndham in the corner to Essel. Essel driving baseline. Essel. Hand check. Brendan Walton. His first, the team first here in the third quarter. Quickly, Doc. Keys to the second half.
For Okemos, rebounding and ball pressure, East Lansing is able to get into the paint a little bit too easily. For the Trojans, keep riding this bench, man. The bench guys have been doing fantastic.
Hudson on the left block against Alexander. Fades from 12. Over the hole, no good. Rebound comes away to Colin Walton. Here comes Walton. Up ahead to Christian Chu. He's the only player in the game with 2 fouls. Either way.
Been a relatively clean ball game.
5 fouls on Okemos in this game, counting the one that just happened. East Lansing with only 4. 34-27 East Lansing, 7:19 to go in the third.
We'll see how that might change depending on how tight this ball game is come the fourth quarter.
And how the officials call this game. Do they call it tight? Do they let them play? Here's Walton, and now they call a foul on Christian Dunn.
Legit, impeding progress.
His first, the team first of this quarter. We are 1-1 right now, fouls. 7:16 to go in the third quarter. Both teams have 4 timeouts remaining. 15-6 rebounding edge for East Lansing in the first half. That was stunning to me. Here's Chu with it. Deep on the right. Going to drive on Torbert. He gets stopped there. Has to kick it back out to Alexander. Colin Alexander in the lane. Kicks it left side. Pruitt, 3. Yes.
Got to have those.
He's got 8. It's 34-30 East Lansing.
And something similar to that to play in the first quarter worked out well for him.
Here's Torbert deep on the left, right in front of the East Lansing student section. Now he's going to drive on Chu. Lost it. He traveled.
Okay, all right.
Thought maybe it was going to be a foul on Brennan Walton, but nope. Just a travel.
Still had control of the ball and then took a couple extra steps.
I think the key to the first half, Doc, was East Lansing having their bench players in the game near the end of the first quarter and holding their own at least. Christian Chu across the timeline, guarded by KJ Torbert. Goes right side, Brennan Walton. Brennan Walton, backdoor cut. Layup, good. Colin Alexander, great cut by Colin. Off a really good Okemos pass.
That's a third assist for Brennan Walton. So the big man not only scoring, but dropping some dimes.
34-32 East Lansing. Okemos has scored all 5 points in this quarter. Right side, Wyndham. Top of the key, Torbert. Fakes a 3, driving, puts a shot up. No. Rebound, Torbert. Put back, yes.
Missed the first one, but he's got the body control and the ability to just go right back up and get it.
He's got 8, and his first rebound of the game, 36-32 East Lansing. Here's Chu with it. Gets into the lane. Puts a shot up. Scoop shot right side, yes. He's got 4. It's 36-34 East Lansing. 5:45 to go, third quarter.
Split a defense, went around another defender, and Euro stepped his way over to it.
Right side, Wyndham. Gets it underneath the Hudson on the left block. Gets in the lane. Shot up. No, but he was fouled. Easy call for the officials there. Colin Alexander's foul, his first. The team's second. And Cam Hudson's going to go to the line for 2.
We see an early strategy for Coach Ray Mitchell in East Lansing in this third quarter is go to Cam Hudson in the post. It's been a lot of him trying to take Colin Alexander off the dribble in the first half. Now they're trying to go down in the painted area.
Free throw is good. He's 2 for 2 from the line, as is the team. He's shot the only free throws tonight so far for EL.
Oh, there hasn't been a lot of fouls. And he got that one on an and one opportunity.
On the NBA continuation, which we kind of disagreed with.
Yeah.
Second free throw is good. Hudson with 14. 38-34 East Lansing. 5:28 and counting third quarter. Brock Palmbos, Erik Doc Love, glad you're joining us here from East Lansing High School. The regular season finale. Here's Brennan Walton. And he slipped and fell. Oh, held ball. That's a break for Okemos. I thought it was going to be a travel.
Secondary defender came in again and got their hand on it. They got lucked out. A bailout call for the Wolves, technically.
5:18 to go, third quarter. It's 38-34 East Lansing. Colin Walton picked up his dribble, has to get it to his brother Brennan. Brennan against Hudson. Now Colin, a 3. Around and off, no good. Rebound scrummed for, and it's taken by Cam Hudson. Hudson up ahead to Wyndham, and he's fouled by Brandon Pruitt. His first, the team third. Nice job by Cam Hudson going after the ball and getting it, and give him credit for the rebound. He's got 6 rebounds tonight to go with his 14 points.
I thought Brendan Walton was going to steal it away from him initially because I thought Cam was going to get it.
Looking underneath, and it's stolen away. Nice steal by Colin Walton.
Yeah, jumping that pass.
Up ahead to Brandon Pruitt. Oh, he picked up his dribble. Gets it to Colin Walton. 12-foot fadeaway, yes. His first 2-point basket. 11 points, 4 rebounds for Colin Walton. 2-point game, 38-36.
Keeps going the same way. East Lansing puts it up to, 6-8 points, and then Okemos makes another run, gets it down to 2.
High post. Hudson, now left side, Torbert. Top of the key, Essel. He wanted to take the 3, but he was guarded by Colin Alexander, and he'll back it out. 4:22 to go, third quarter. Essel stops, lost the ball. Alexander, scrum for it. Stolen away. Here comes Okemos. Down by 2. Christian Chu across the timeline. In the corner. Alexander thought about a 3. Now he will. It's short, no good. Rebound, Brennan Walton. The putback is good. He's got 11 to go with 3 rebounds. We're tied at 38 halfway through the third.
Brennan just had better positioning on that.
B.J. Wyndham driving. Fades from 15. Tough shot. No good. Rebound comes away to Colin Walton. And now stolen. KJ Torbert. Put back. No. Rebound. Actually, that was Wyndham, actually. Brennan Walton, the rebound. Tied at 38. 3:30 to go, and now they throw it away. Christian Shue tried to get it to Brennan Walton. He just went off of Walton's hands. He wasn't ready for the pass.
Baker and McGrew back in for the Trojans lineup.
24, Nick Graborn is going to come into the game here. Team fouls right now, 3 for Okemos, 1 for East Lansing. 3:28 to go in the third. Tied at 38.
Josiah Thomas coming in as well for Okemos.
Brennan Walton goes out. KJ Torbert gets the inbounds pass from Cam Hudson. Gets it across the timeline. Now he's going to drive in the corner. 3, Alan McGrew. That's no good. The rebound comes away to Colin Walton. I've got 6 rebounds for him.
Yep.
Here's Colin Alexander. 15-footer. No good. Rebound. Walton. That's no good. Hudson the rebound.
And throws it away.
Throws it away. That's Hudson's 7th rebound after Colin Walton's 7th rebound. We're tied at 38 with 3:03 to go in the third. Both teams have 4 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Well, the rest of regulation, I should say.
Correct.
Because you never know. Here's Christian Shue with it. Driving all the way. Kicks it in the corner. Alexander 3. No. Rebound. Comes away to Alan McGrew for East Lansing. Gave him good minutes in the first half. In the first quarter, to be more specific. 2:45 to go, third quarter. Here is Torbert. High post Hudson. Now he's got it just left of the key. Now he's going to drive. Bowls his way in. Shot up. Nobody's fouled. It's going to be the 4th team foul on Okemos. Colin Walton, the foul, his first. And now Cam Hudson's going to go to the line for 2 free throws.
Again.
3 for 3 from the line. He's got 14 points, and I've got 7 rebounds, Doc.
For Cam? Yes, I have 7 as well.
Hudson, the first of 2. Swish. His dad, Andre, is here tonight. Tom Izzo is here tonight, as is assistant coach for Michigan State, Mark Montgomery. And former Michigan State star, David Thomas, is also here tonight. Second free throw is good. 16 for Cam Hudson. It's 40-38, East Lansing. Pruitt across the timeline. Or that's a Josiah Thomas. Now to Colin Walton. Alexander. Right side. Christian Shue 3. Around and off, no good. Rebound, Alan McGrew.
Those aren't dropping all of a sudden.
Wyndham with it. Deep on the right. Double teamed. Left side. Hudson. Ooh, he fumbled it just for a second. Going to drive on his man. And a foul. And it's going to be more free throws.
Alexander reaching for it.
Alexander's 2nd. The team's 5th. It's free throws now for the rest of the quarter.
It's been a pivotal matchup here in this one. Colin Alexander has gotten a couple of good stops, including a block on Cam Hudson, but for the most part, Hudson's been beating him.
2:10 to go, third quarter. East Lansing up 2. Hudson is 5 for 5 from the line tonight with 16 points. Make it 17. Brennan Walton in. Colin Alexander goes out with the 2 fouls.
Get a little bit bigger with that lineup, and now you see who's going to guard Cam Hudson. Maybe Colin will be able to step up and keep him away from the paint.
Hudson the 2nd. That's good. 42-38 East Lansing. 2:05 left in the third. Thomas to Chu. Chu gets a screen from Grabornis. Now to Brennan Walton, guarded by Charlie Baker. Trying to drive on Baker. He gets stopped, picked up his dribble, has to go right side. Colin Walton, NBA 3, around and off, no good. Rebound, Alan McGrew. His 3rd rebound of the quarter. Torbert, all the way, scoop layup, yes.
He gets down the court in a hurry.
He's in double figures. He's got 10. And now a foul. I think it's going to be on Wyndham.
Looking for a steal on Colin Walton.
His first, team 2nd. (44-38) East Lansing.
They're going on a little 6-0 run here.
Here's Brennan Walton driving against Baker. Bowls his way into the lane. The shot is around and off. No good. Now a scrum underneath the basket. Held ball, I think. It is a held ball to go to East Lansing. And Cam Essel is going to come in. Who goes out? B.J. Wyndham's going to go out.
Okemos, Brock, has gotten a lot of good looks here in the last 4 minutes, and the ball will not go through the hoop.
1:26 to go, third quarter. 44-38 East Lansing.
They've been stuck at 38 for at least 3 or 4 minutes.
They've missed, what, 6 straight shots?
Yes.
Maybe more. 44-38 East Lansing. Left side, McGrew. Top of the key, Essel. McGrew and Essel have given them great minutes. Now Torbert, floater in the lane, yes. He's got 12. And now a steal by McGrew, and it's going to be a foul on McGrew. Almost a steal. That's McGrew's second. The team third. Well, you know what? You can afford to be aggressive there. You got fouls to give late in the quarter. An 8-0 run now for East Lansing.
Colin Alexander and Brandon Pruitt back in.
1:05 to go, third quarter. East Lansing up 46-38. Brennan Walton going to inbound. Right in front of the East Lansing bench, they get it in. To Pruitt. Pruitt guarded by McGrew. Now under a minute to go as he crosses the timeline. Right side, Chu. High post, that's Brennan Walton. Gonna drive on Baker. Gets in the lane, shot up, yes. Just bowled his way in, he's got 13. Breaks an 8-0 run, it's 46-40 East Lansing. Cam Essel walking the ball up court. Got to get it across the timeline, finally does. Close to a 10 count. It was almost too lackadaisical. Down to 25 seconds of the quarter. They're going to try to play this out here, you would think. Down to 20.
They've had the last possession every quarter until an offensive foul in the first one, and then
here's Torbert. Down to 12. Down to 10. He's got it deep on the left, right in front of the student section for EL. He's going to drive. Gets all the way to the, not quite to the basket. Now Baker, 3. That's too hard, no good. Torbert, rebound, fall away, no good. Give him credit, though, for a rebound, and we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. East Lansing 46. Okemos 40 at the end of 3. Come on back for the 4th. After this on the game, 7:30 AM WVFN, brought to you by the Lansing Sports Commission and by Jeff and Chris Metz and Doubting It.
WVFN, Lansing Sports Leader.
Our Palmbos and Erik Love here at East Lansing High School. East Lansing leading Okemos 46-40. 4th quarter upcoming. One of our great sponsors. Wondering what your future you're not going to build colleges for you. Something greater. I'm going to let sports. And I did as I was reading that promo.
They couldn't get the ball in bounds. They tried to get to Brandon Pruitt. They lost it out of bounds. Waste opportunity for the Wolves to start this potential final period.
And it flips the possession arrow to East Lansing's favor. That's a big play. Here's B.J. Wyndham on the right side. EL up by 6. Working man. Back out. Good job by Colin Alexander. Now Hudson, right side 3. That's too hard, no good. The rebound comes away to Alexander for Okemos. His first rebound of the game. He's been off tonight. Only 4 points tonight.
Cam Hudson's done a good job defensively on him.
High post, Brennan Walton. Right side, Chu. Chu to Alexander, guarded by Torbert. Gets in the lane, shot up, yes. Of course, as soon as I say that, Alexander scores. Alexander now with 6. It's 46-42 East Lansing. 7:09 to go in regulation. Right side, Hudson. Now Essel, deep on the right in front of his own bench. Now Wyndham with it. Backs it back out towards midcourt. We'll get an idea as we cross the 8 o'clock hour in just a second. Now fades from 15. That's Wyndham, no good. Rebound, Brennan Walton. His 5th rebound of the game. He's got 13 points. Now here's Brennan Walton driving, gets in the lane, shot up, whistle and a foul.
Done initially good defense and then reached in when Brennan tried to take a shot.
His second, the team's first of the quarter, and we're going to get free throws. As we cross the 8 o'clock hour, I want to let you know you're listening to your trusted source for high school sports coverage. The game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN East Lansing, a Town Square media station. Brennan Walton, 13 points. Now 14 as he makes the free throw. First trip to the he's got 5 rebounds. Alan McGrew in, B.J. Wyndham out. McGrew's giving him good minutes tonight, as has Cam Essel.
And Brock, this is only the second opportunity at the free throw line all night for Okemos. They had 2 from Pruitt. He was 2 for 2 in the first quarter, and they haven't until this one.
Walton makes the second one. He's got 15. It's a 2-point game, 46-44. East Lansing up, 6:35 to go. East Lansing playing without J.L. Branson and Deontay Macy. Here's Torbert, left of the key. Gets a screen from Christian Dunn. Goes right side, left side, McGrew. McGrew guarded by Brennan Walton, gets in the lane, gets it to Torbert. Back to McGrew. McGrew driving, kicking it to Essel. Essel, back to Dunn. Now Hudson. Hudson gets a screen, gets in the lane. Layup, no, but he's fouled. And Hudson will go to the line for 2. Let's see who the foul is on.
It's on Brennan?
Brennan Walton, his second, team's first of the quarter. Team fouls are 1-1 with 6:10 to go in the fourth. Hudson is 7 for 7 from the line tonight. He's got 18 points. Now 19. No field goals in the second half for Hudson. All free throws. He had another game like that. I think it was the Waverly game that we did, Doc.
He's only taken 1 shot officially in the second half.
Here's the second one. That's good. So refreshing to see high school kids make free throws. A non-issue for either team tonight. 48-44 East Lansing. 6:04 left in regulation. Colin Walton dribbles over to the right. Now to Chu. Chu, right side. Pruitt, 3. Yes!
Defender followed the Walton to the bucket, and it left Brendan Pruitt wide open.
He's got 11, his third three-pointer, 48-47 East Lansing. Essel backs it out towards midcourt. Left side, that's McGrew. McGrew to Hudson. Now Essel on the right. Now Torbert, top of the key. They're going to spread the court here a little bit. Driving his man, gets in the lane, shot up. No, the rebound. Scrum for comes away to Colin Walton. Walton up ahead to Brandon Pruitt. Pruitt drives, and a blocking foul. No basket. Okemos wants the basket to count, and they might have a case. They're not going to count the basket, but the foul is going to be on Cam Essel.
I agree with the foul. The continuation, yeah, maybe. I'm in favor of it.
McGrew the foul, or Essel the foul, his first. The team's second.
Essel wasn't set, so I agree with the foul on that, Brock. He was not set. He was trying to take a charge, but he was not in the right position.
48-47 East Lansing. Just over 5 minutes left in regulation. Here's Chu with it. Getting inside against Wyndham. Now kicks it back to Pruitt for 3. Around and off, no good. Rebound Cam Hudson. Here's Hudson taking it all the way against 3 guys. And a foul. I think that's Alexander. It is his third. First player in the game with 3 fouls, and guess what? Nope, it's before the shot, so no free throws. I thought it was going to be 2 more free throws.
He was still in the process of driving to the bucket.
Team fouls are 2-2. They get it inbound to Essel. A 3. Front rim, no. Rebound comes away to, that's Colin Walton. Yes, it is. 9 rebounds. Timeout, Okemos. And it's a full timeout. We'll take one ourselves and come back on the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN, brought to you by Jeff and Chris Metz and Dowding Industries and the Lansing Sports Commission.
Lansing Sports Leader, WVFN.
Brock Palmbos, Erik Doc Love back at East Lansing High School. This has been a good one. 48-47 East Lansing, 4:51 to go in regulation. Coming out of the Okemos timeout, it's a full timeout. They have 3 timeouts remaining. East Lansing has 4.
Wolves with a chance to get their first lead since the beginning of the second quarter.
Yeah, because they led 14-12 at the start of the second.
And the East Lansing made a run and has been holding on ever since.
Team fouls, 2-2 right now. Could be a factor later on. Probably will. East Lansing has the possession arrow. Only player with 3 fouls in this game, Colin Alexander for Okemos. Nobody else has more than 2. Really surprising.
As physical as this game has been.
You took words right out of my mouth.
Well, high-low action.
High-low action to Brennan Walton. He got fouled on the basket. No good, but he's going to the line. That's going to be on Charlie Baker. Just his first. The team's third, and now Brennan Walton will go to the line for 2.
Now, Baker started, but he hasn't played a ton of minutes because other guys have come in off the bench and contributed well.
Brennan Walton the first. Rattles no.
First miss of the game.
For either team.
Yeah. He's
got 15 to go with 5 rebounds. And he made that one. He's got 16, and we're tied. 48 all, 4:37 left in regulation. B.J. Wyndham across the timeline. Right side, Hudson. Left side, Baker. Now to Torbert right in front of the East Lansing student section. Now Hudson's got it on the right block. In the lane, double team. Count it, and a foul.
Back to the post. And Colin Alexander didn't go over and help out. Colin Walton didn't come out and help out long enough. And he left Colin Alexander to pick up his 4th foul.
That's Alexander's 4th, the team 3rd. Alexander, well, see if he stays in the game. Cam Hudson has 22 tonight.
He's taken over.
To go with 8 rebounds. Now 23, he makes the free throw. Josiah Thomas is going to come in. Out goes Colin Alexander with the 4 fouls. 51-48. I think Cam Hudson knows he's got a couple of guys out with Branson and Macy out with an injury, and he's deciding, just get me the rock and let me take care of things.
Well, they changed strategies at halftime, and they've really gone to the post, and it's worked out well.
4:14 left in regulation. Here is Pruitt in the corner to Chu. Chu double teamed. Back to Brennan Walton, guarded by Baker. Gets into the lane, whistle, and a hand check on Baker.
And kind of almost bear hugged him, too, at the same time.
His second, the team's 4th. So 4 team fouls on East Lansing, 3 on Okemos.
That's going to send Baker out.
Christian Dunn back in the game. Dunn with 2 fouls, Baker with 2 fouls.
Dunn's been a little bit more mobile, and so they go back to him.
Inbounds to Colin Walton. Now to Brennan. Brennan driving on Dunn. Whistle and a foul on Dunn.
That's 2 free throws.
His 3rd, team's 5th. It's 2 free throws.
When you need it, Brock, what do? You go to Brennan Walton in the paint. Or at least let him create and do what he can.
And EL may have to send a double team, Doc. Brennan Walton, free throw is good. He's got 17 to go with 5 rebounds. 51-49 East Lansing, 3:57 left. Second one's good, it's 51-50. East Lansing in the bonus, 5 team fouls. Okemos only 3 team fouls. They got a foul to give so they can still be aggressive. And they don't have to foul that much if they have to at the end of this game. Essel, left wing 3. Huge shot, knocks it down. Reminiscent of the regional semifinal last year. Hit the shot, the 3-pointer that sent him to the region, sent it into overtime rather. It's 54-50. Now a steal, taken away. B.J. Wyndham, 2-on-1, high feed, jam. Cam Hudson, another alley-oop pass, and we're going to get a timeout by Okemos. I think it's a 30. We'll take one ourselves either way on the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN. Brock Palmbos, Erik Doc Love. Okemos now down to 2 timeouts left after another B.J. Wyndham alley-oop to Cam Hudson. And the thing about the 2 alley-oops they had, one in the first half, one in the second half, it wasn't reckless.
No.
It was on a 2-on-1 fast break. Wyndham on the left. He just high feeds it to Hudson. And, well, you heard what I said. Jam.
The quick 5-0 run there for East Lansing, too. And it happens like that every once in a while. You get a turnover and then boom.
56-50 East Lansing. 3:19 and counting. 4th quarter. Christian Chu with it. High post, Colin Walton. Gets it into the corner. Here's a 3 by Colin Alexander. That's no good. Brennan Walton the rebound. and he lost it. Up ahead to Hudson. Now here's Torbert. Layup. Yes. KJ Torbert has 14. It's 58-50 East Lansing. Christian Chu to Walton. Brennan Walton now double team. Nice pass to Chu. Chu, whistle and a foul. That'll be on Wyndham, I believe. No argument with the foul. That's Wyndham's second. They're over the limit, so Christian Chu will go to the line for the first time tonight. He's got 4 points and a rebound. 2:47 left in regulation. Free throw, good. Josiah Thomas in the game. Out goes Colin Alexander with the 4 fouls. 58-51 East Lansing. East Lansing trying to finish undefeated in league play.
Every local team could do that.
Every conference could. As Chu makes the second free throw, he's got 6. 58-52, full court press by East Lansing, by Okemos. Still got a foul to give. Essel bringing it across the timeline. He's been big. And now what do we got? Timeout, East Lansing. It's a 30-second timeout, but we'll take one ourselves and come back on the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN.
The game, 7:30 a.m.
Breck, Palmbush, Erik, Doc Love. 2:39 left in regulation. East Lansing up 58-52. East Lansing coming out of a 30-second timeout. All right, here's the timeout situation. Okemos, 1 full timeout, 1 30-second timeout. East Lansing, 2 full, 1 30-second timeout. Possession arrow favors East Lansing.
Okemos has got to get some stops here if they want to get back into this.
They get
without
it in.
fouling.
Yes, they get it. Well, they may have to foul because they got only 3 team fouls. We'll see what happens here. Torbert gets it to Hudson. Hudson, right side, Essel. He'll back it out, and you can afford to be deliberate. They got a 6-point lead. This is when a lot of teams usually go to a delay.
We got a mismatch here.
Here's Wyndham, guarded by Brennan Walton. Trying to drive, gets all the way, layup, no. Rebound scrummed for, and we got a foul. It's on Christian Dunn. His 4th, and we'll see if there's free throws here. Yes, there is.
It's not a player control foul, so.
58-52. So Dunn has 4 fouls for East Lansing. Alexander has 4 fouls for Okemos. 2:12 left in regulation. 58-52.
Brennan Walton is shooting the free throws. He was the one that was battling with Dunn for that board off the miss from Wyndham.
Walton has 18 points. Still does. He missed the free throw.
Rolled off.
To go with 6 rebounds. Charlie Baker in.
Dunn's out.
2:12 left.
Need these free throws. He missed the first. Got to make the second one if they want to keep this within striking distance.
Short. No good. Rebound, KJ Torbert. 2 huge misses there. Torbert double teamed up ahead. Cam Hudson. It's 2 on 3. Now 2 on 4. Now he's fouled by Christian Chu.
Well, there's your foul to give.
His 3rd, the team 4th. 2:02 left in regulation.
You didn't really want it to happen at that point necessarily. A little cheapy, but
when you foul, it stops the clock and shoot free throws. So that's no longer an issue. And if this game does go overtime, fouls do not reset going to overtime. Get it into Torbert, double teamed. Baker, right side, Essel. 3-pointer. No, Banker, no good. The rebound comes away to Brennan Walton. Walton to Pruitt. Or no, that's Josiah. Yeah, that is Pruitt. He goes up, blocked away by Baker. Rebound comes away to B.J. Wyndham. Inside, Hudson, no. Put back, Baker, yes. Who had that block? And now a steal. High feed. Torbert, layup, yes.
Wyndham again.
62-52. Who had that block? Was that Baker?
Yes.
10-point game with 1:20 left. All of a sudden, here's Walton. Walton to Brennan Walton in the lane. Block, Baker, whistle, foul. And now we got a technical foul on Brennan Walton. with 1:12 left. This crowd going absolutely nuts. We're going to let the officials sort this out.
They're having a confab.
Yep, 62-52. We'll let the officials sort this out before we shoot free throws.
How about Baker coming in and making 2 huge blocks?
And the basket after the turnover.
They're still discussing.
Torbert and Hudson, their star players, with 2 guys out due to injury. Officials going to the scorer's table.
And they're still discussing it.
The foul is on Christian Chu, his 4th. And there was a technical, I believe, on Brennan Walton. They still have not announced a technical foul, but I did see one of the officials make the T sign and point in the direction of Brennan Walton, I believe. The officials are still confirming. This will be an officials timeout here.
Yeah, they just told the players to go to their benches to talk things over.
And you know what? We'll take our last break and come back on the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN.
The game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN.
Rec Palmbush, Erik Docklove. All right, they've situated the fouls. A technical foul on Brennan Walton. That counts as a personal and a team foul. That's his 3rd, first technical, and we're going to have Charlie Baker shoot 2 free throws. Christian Chu got the foul, which was the stoppage, his 4th foul. And now Charlie Baker's made 2 huge blocks here in this last minute or so.
Only the 2nd Trojan to go to the line because Cam Hudson is 10 for 10.
Baker with 4 points and 5 rebounds and 2 big blocks here in the last minute. The free throw is good.
This game was a 1-point game.
Not
and all
long
of a sudden
ago.
it's 11.
This is going to be just like the first game.
Yeah.
The 2nd free throw is no good. But now after the technical, East Lansing's going to get the ball.
That was the foul by Chu. Personal foul. These are the technicals.
So now Hudson will shoot the technicals. That's good. $26 points, 8 rebounds for Hudson tonight.
27.
No problem on any of his free throws tonight. Not many of them even touched the rim.
No.
65-52, a minute 12 left.
And East Lansing gets the ball too. This one's over. It's academic, but man, this was a much closer ball game than it's going to look
sure
again.
Sure was. They inbound B.J. Wyndham, double teamed in the backcourt, foul.
That might have been a jump ball, Brock. The referee did not have a good position to see that.
That's on 33. Colin Walton, his 2nd. Over the limit. Minute 9 to go, Doc. Go ahead.
Sorry, Nick Robornis is in, by the way, instead of Brennan Walton.
Post-game stats and analysis coming up. We'll tell you what's going to happen next week.
Might see these teams again.
Although I have a good idea, although I can't say for definite, as B.J. Wyndham misses the free throw. Only 5 points, 3 rebounds tonight.
He does have 6 assists, though, and a couple of those have been alley-oops.
Yep. 2nd free throw, good. 66-52. That was the score of the first game.
Yes, it was.
Minute to go. Pruitt, left, right wing 3. Banker, good.
Okay. Bank is open late on a Friday night in East Lansing.
His 4th three-pointer. He's got 14. 66-55, a minute to go.
Make it a little bit closer.
That's Okemos' last full timeout. They have 1 30-second timeout left.
So they can't stop the clock no matter what unless they get a delay of game.
Delay of game warning, yeah. High school basketball brought to you in part tonight and all season long by the Lansing Sports Commission. Megan Zemer and her great staff, they do great stuff. It seems like 24/7, 365. Or this year, Leap year, 366.
Yep.
No matter the sport, the Lansing Sports Commission can make your next event your best event. Plan on something greater. Find out more at lansingsports.org. And if you're wondering what your future holds, you're not going to college, you found out college isn't for you. College isn't for everybody. You can check out the future that skilled trades can offer you. You'll be surprised. Check them out at doubtingindustries.com. Coming up tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. until 11, High School Rewind, the weekly show that recaps the week that was in high school boys and girls basketball. We'll go over all the boys basketball district matchups. Divisions 1 through 4. We'll go through all that tomorrow. And Brian Calloway, the prep sports editor of the Lansing State Journal, will join me as well. Hope you can join us. 10 a.m. until 11 tomorrow morning. And we got a busy day of sports tomorrow. Red Wings hockey, Pistons basketball, MSU women's basketball, MSU hockey.
I don't think we can call the Pistons anything, but everything else is good.
No, they're not very good, but hey, we've got them tomorrow night. They're playing a good team, the Orlando Magic. Under nearly a 10-second call, and we got a foul on Josiah Thomas. East Lansing messed around in the backcourt. They had a 10-second call. Josiah Thomas, the foul, his second, and KJ Torbert's going to go to the line for the first time tonight. 16 points, 3 rebounds.
East Lansing going to go to 12-0. CAAC Blue play.
And if Sexton wins tonight at Portland, all 4 leagues will have undefeated league champions. As Tim would say, when's the last time that happened?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up. It'd take me a while.
And that's what I usually say when he asks questions like that. Torbert made the first free throw. Second one, good. And now Okemos is going to call their last timeout, 30-second timeout.
I'm going to unload the bench.
Yep. Can't say I blame him. You know what? I'd do the same thing, Doc.
Might as well.
You're playing next Wednesday against Mason, a outstanding team, loaded with juniors and seniors.
And these guys might not get a chance to play next week.
And healthy.
Yeah.
Mason was not healthy last year. They were without Kason Carswell due to a collarbone injury, and Luke Marlin out with a torn ACL in his knee. They're both healthy, and hopefully when they play Okemos next Wednesday, they are both healthy for Coach Lee Cheney's sake. And we want to see the best play the best when everybody's healthy.
Of course.
Or close to it. 51.9 seconds left.
And hopefully J.L. Branson, who couldn't play tonight because of injury, will be available next week.
And Deontay Macy as well, a backup big. You know what? It was a total team effort tonight. Ray Mitchell told me it was going to be a total team effort, and it has been tonight. Yes, Torbert and Hudson have scored the points, but other guys have stepped up in other ways, and we're going to talk about that extensively in the postgame show.
And East Lansing calls a timeout. They're going to unload their bench.
Yep. They see what East Lansing's doing, Okemos is doing, and they're going to call their timeout.
It's going to be. I think it's going to be a rolling timeout.
It might be one of those 30-second times. Yeah. Yep.
And for Okemos,
yes, you go ahead and tell everybody who's on the floor now.
Number 12, Sawyer Lick. Number 10, Chris Page. Number 20, that's Luke Wanch.
Coach's son.
Yep. Number 30, Christian Pickens. And then number 32, Vince Byringero.
In the game now for East Lansing, number 4, Ben Fletcher. 22, Duarte Sams Jr., who was a iffy whether he was going to play or not. 32, Dequarius DQ Stewart.
Did you get Ben Fletcher?
And 34, I don't know who 34 is.
It's not Paul Van Dam. That's what our initial roster said. I think it's somebody else. Maybe a JV guy.
One of those fifth quarter guys that you see now. Here is Stewart with it, going to drive. Left-handed shot up, no good. Berengero with the rebound. Under 20 seconds to go. Pickens with it. Gets in the lane. Scoop shot layup, no. Rebound comes away to Owen Fortman. I think they're going to just dribble this out. I think. Under 10 seconds to go. Yes, I think they are. 5 seconds to go. He'll back it out. And Sam's just put Luke Wanch, crossed him over. That was the O that you heard through our microphones. East Lansing wins it tonight, 68-55, undefeated league champions in the CAAC Blue. We'll tell you all about it coming up on the other side of the night. But now it's time for another edition of This Week in High School Sports with John Ross.
The basketball postseason is just around the corner, and a very familiar name swims to the top at the Upper Peninsula Finals. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid. The boys' basketball brackets were released on Sunday, as the MHSAA boys basketball tournament is set to start on Monday, February 26th. In each district, the top two teams, according to NPR, were placed on opposite sides of the draw, and the remaining teams were placed according to a random draw. Next Sunday, the 25th, the girls' bracket will be released. It's done the same way, with the top two teams in each district going on opposite sides of the bracket, and the girls' tournament begins March 4th. A great majority of tournament games will be available on the NFHS network. Just go to nfhsnetwork.com to search for your team's games. The finals for both the girls and boys will air live on Bally Sports Detroit. The boys' finals are Saturday, March 16th, with the girls 1 week later on March 23rd. Remember, the boys' tournament is first this year. Semifinals and finals will be played at the Breslin Center in East Lansing. The defending champs on the boys' side are Detroit Cass Tech in D1, Ferndale in Division 2, Flint Beecher in Division 3, and Munising in D4. On the girls' side, it was Rockford in Division 1, Lansing Catholic in D2, Hemlock in Division 3, and Maple City Glen Lake in Division 4. For scores, updated brackets, and game times, please be sure to check out MHSAA.com. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Mattawan Noah Van Lanningham. He scored a school record 40 in a game against Holt, making 9 triples in the process. The 40 points put him over 1,000 career points and made him Mattawan's all-time leading scorer. Mason County Eastern's Clay Shoup. Clay poured in 55 points in a win over Manistee Catholic, breaking the school's single-game record. And to both the boys and girls bowling teams at Bay City John Glenn, each captured their 4th straight Bay County championship.
For high school seniors, the matchup of the year isn't on the field. It's actually online. That's right. When you fill out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, you could also be eligible for thousands of dollars in additional money from the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Yep, nearly 80% of students who fill out the FAFSA may be eligible. Now that's a matchup we can all root for. Get started today at michigan.gov/achievement. The Michigan Achievement Scholarship. It's a game changer.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with the MHSAA's Director of Officiating Services, Sam Davis.
We're on the basketball court today, where a player fires up a shot that fails to make it to the basket, an air ball. But if he's able to catch the ball before anyone else touches it, is this a traveling violation? If not, what is the player able to do now? It is not traveling as long as the referee judges the first release of the ball as a shot attempt. After catching the shot, it's treated the same as grabbing an offensive rebound that hit the rim. The player can now restart his dribble, pass the ball, or shoot again. A shot attempt is a shot attempt, regardless of it hitting the rim or backboard.
Thanks, Sam. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, go to the MHSAA website now to register. With most winter sports just starting the postseason, there is one that's already in the record books. The UP Swimming and Diving held its finals at Marquette over the weekend, and the host school won titles on both the boys and girls side. The girls brought home their 5th title in 6 years and 28th overall. They finished first in 4 individual and 2 relay events. Grace Sobchak was a part of 4 of those wins. She was fastest in the 200-yard individual medley, the 500 freestyle, and was on the 200 medley and 400 freestyle relay teams. Gladstone was second, Ishpeming Westwood third. For the boys, similar story. Marquette finished first in 3 individual events and all 3 relays. It's their 5th straight title and 31st overall. Junior Trevor Crandall won the 50-yard freestyle and was on the winning 200 medley and 400 freestyle relay teams. Houghton finished second, Gladstone was third. For complete coverage from the pool in Marquette, be sure to go to MHSAA.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll be back next week.
Positive. WVFN.
Breck Palmbos, Erik, Doc Love, here at East Lansing High School. Crowd filing out. Really good one tonight. Score, once again, misleading. It was 66-52 in the first game back in January. Here tonight, 68-55 East Lansing. But EL put together a run in the fourth quarter to break open a tie game in the last 4 minutes, and it was the defense setting up the offense.
Yeah, defense leading to some fast break opportunities, including another couple alley-oops, including another slam dunk for Cam Hudson, who had a huge ball game filling in. One of the three-headed monsters was out, so Hudson and Torbert stepped up for him.
And again, East Lansing was playing without two rotational pieces in J.L. Branson, who's a starter, and Deontay Macy, who is a backup big, but part of the rotation. They did not play tonight, so other guys stepped forward. And you know what? They were big tonight, Doc. Alan McGrew did not score, but he had 3 big rebounds and provided good minutes in the first half and in the second half. Also, Cam Essel.
Yep.
He was terrific tonight. Hit a couple of big three-pointers, got a couple of rebounds, and you know, in the first half, the first quarter, he was hanging in there. They hung in there. They were trailing, and you know, he gave them good minutes again in the first half. B.J. Wyndham struggled a bit tonight, but made some big passes. Yeah, made some big passes tonight. And taking a look at the team stats, 27 rebounds for East Lansing. Okemos with 19. It was 15-6 at the half, so it was a lot more even in the second half.
It tightened up a little more, yep.
Nice to see free throws being made. Okemos, 9 for 12. They missed a couple of big ones. Brennan Walton missed a couple of big ones. As it turns out, it wouldn't have made the difference at the end, but we thought so at the time. 9 for 12 from the line as a team. Walton missed all three of those free throws. East Lansing, 15 of 17. And I got to add up Cam Hudson's numbers.
12 for 12 from the free throw line.
That's 12 of his 27, folks.
Yep.
When's the last time you've seen a player at any level go 12 for 12 from the line?
It doesn't happen that often. It happens.
Not even in the NBA all that much.
Nope.
Cam Hudson, and we might as well just get into the stats now, the individual stats. Cam Hudson led all scorers tonight, 27 points, 8 rebounds, and you said it, 12 for 12 from the free throw line.
Had an assist and a couple of steals, too, and he was battling it out with Colin Alexander all night long. And Alexander got him a couple times, and Alexander got a block. But for the most part, Hudson did the work and was fantastic in this ball game.
Taking the ball to the basket. It just seemed like, we mentioned it at halftime. We just mentioned it in the commercial breaks. It just seemed like that Hudson knew a couple of his guys were out. So he's just like, get me the rock, and I'll take care of things.
I got to step up, and he was extremely aggressive. And he played good defense overall, too.
And that's the kind of play in the second half that has schools like Michigan State and plenty of others looking at him right now. He's already got some Division I scholarship offers as a junior. Oh, yes, he's a junior. Yeah. He's back next year. KJ Torbert was next with 18 points and 3 rebounds. And like you said, a quiet 18 points.
Yeah, it did. And all of a sudden, I'm like, adding it up. I'm like, man, he's got 18 points. I can't believe it.
Nobody else was in double figures tonight. B.J. Wyndham, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Cam Essel, though, was big. 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 huge three-pointers, 1 in the first half, 1 in the second half. And just like Alan McGrew, gave him big minutes off the bench.
Yeah, good defensively, too. Had a couple of dimes, did Essel as well.
5 points, 5 rebounds, 2 huge blocks in the fourth quarter for Charlie Baker. Had to play a lot more than he normally does because of Christian Dunn's foul trouble.
Yeah, he started tonight filling in for J.L. Branson.
He did. All right, mentioned Wyndham, mentioned Essel.
Dunn had 6 and 2.
Yep, he was battled foul trouble. Charlie Baker, 5 points. Owen Fortman gave him a few minutes here and there in the first and second half. He only got 1 rebound tonight. Alan McGrew did not score. He had 3 rebounds. But again, gave him good minutes tonight. For Okemos, they were led in scoring tonight by Brennan Walton. He had 18 points and 7 rebounds. Brandon Pruitt, 14 points tonight, 4 3-point baskets. Colin Walton, 11 points and 9 rebounds tonight. Almost a double-double for him. Colin Alexander, 6 points, 1 rebound, 1 block. He was saddled with foul trouble tonight. That affected him. Christian Chu, 6 points and 1 rebound. He was in foul trouble as well. And those are the only 5 guys that scored. Josiah Thomas did not score. Nick Grabornis, who's had some good games this season, he didn't score either. That was a factor as well.
They had no bench points. Yeah, they didn't have any bench points for Okemos.
Let's see how many bench points that East Lansing had. Essel had 6.
Well, they only had 6 themselves. It was Essel. Essel had 6.
Okay.
But nevertheless, yeah, and Colin Walton didn't have a bigger game. He only had 11 points tonight, and Colin Alexander was off his average too.
Again, because of the foul trouble, yes. So there you go with that. East Lansing, 20-2 on the season. They are outright CAAC Blue Champs, undefeated CAAC Blue Champs, and they will play next Wednesday at Mason High School against the winner of Holt and Everett in the district semifinals. This Okemos squad finishes the regular season at 18-4, 9-3 in league play. They'll finish in second place, either by themselves or, depending on what Waverly does, share second place with Waverly.
Waverly, last time I checked, was leading DeWitt by 11 after 3 quarters.
Okay. So if that's the case, we'll have a tie for second at 9-3 in league play.
Real quick about that East Lansing Holt matchup. Holt played East Lansing tough both ball games during the regular season, too.
That's if they play each other, because the Holt's got to get by Everett on Monday night. That's a 7 o'clock start. We'll go over everything coming up tomorrow on High School Rewind here on the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN, the weekly show that recaps the week that was in high school boys and girls basketball. Back to wrap it up after this, and we'll have Eric Docklove's choices for players of the game. I have an idea, but it's his honor. He gets to do it.
You're probably right.
It's coming up after this. On the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN, brought to you by the Lansing Sports Commission and by Jeff and Chris Metz and Dowding Industries.
Lansing Sports Leader, the game, 7:30 a.m.
Back one final time at East Lansing High School. East Lansing beats Okemos tonight in the regular season finale in boys basketball, 68-55. Dowding Industries, presentation of high school basketball. No, wrong season.
They were part of football.
Yes, and we thank them very much. That's Jeff and Chris Metz and Dowding Industries. I might as well tell you about it because I messed that up. Dowding Industries, Jeff and Chris Metz. Always interested in individuals that have the drive and desire to be successful in work and in life. Check them out at dowdingindustries.com. You may find a successful future here. And by Megan Zemer and her great staff at the Lansing Sports Commission. No matter the sport, the Lansing Sports Commission can make your next event your best event. Plan on something greater. Find out more at lansingsports.org. High School Rewind coming up tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. until 11. We'll recap this game. We'll talk about all the other district matchups that are going on next week. We'll go through them district by district, divisions 1 through 4. Go through it all for you. And then Brian Calloway from the Lansing State Journal, LSJ.com, the prep sports editor thereof, he'll be joining me about 10:40 or so. No coaches interviews tomorrow because we got to spend that segment. One segment going over everything from the week. One segment going over the district tournament matchups, and then Brian Calloway from the LSJ. East Lansing wins it, 68-55, almost a carbon copy from the first game. 66-52 the first game, 68-55 here. But now it's time for you, Eric Docklove, to give us your players of the game.
For the Wolves, Brendan Walton, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. He was super aggressive out there and made some good plays, but East Lansing shut him down in a couple of spots, and he missed a couple free throws that ended up not really making a difference in the end.
We thought so
at the time. It was not it was not good for him, but nevertheless, he still played very well. 18 points, 7 rebounds. Shout out to Pruitt with his 14 points.
4 3-pointers, yeah.
And for East Lansing, Torbert had 18, but Cam Hudson was super aggressive, played great defense. 27 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals, and was fantastic for the Trojans tonight.
And 2 alley-oop dunks off 2 great passes from B.J. Wyndham, and they weren't showboat dunks either. They were within the offense. Both were 2-on-1 fast breaks, and you can tell these guys have played with each other for a while now because on both of them, Wyndham came down the left side and lofted it up over the defender, and Cam Hudson went up and threw it down.
Perfect spots on those passes,
too. Absolutely perfect. So that's going to do it for us for the regular season. But we're not done with the high school coverage yet. You know we're going to do the state finals, boys and girls finals coming up later on in March. But we got a game coming up next Friday night. It will be a boys district final, likely at Mason High School, where it would be East Lansing against the winner of the Mason-Okemos game. We can't say for sure because East Lansing still got to get through a semifinal against either Holt or Everett. But if East Lansing wins that semifinal, I can guarantee you we will be there at Mason High School for that championship game. Airtime 7 o'clock or thereabouts here on WVFN, your trusted source for high school sports coverage. And then the week following that, we got to wait and see. Next week could be our last broadcast of the season. We don't know.
Hopefully not, but
If next week isn't, then the following week will be. It'll either be a boys regional final on Thursday or a girls district final coming up 2 weeks from tonight. We don't know who. We don't know where, but we'll let you know, and we'll keep you updated on absolutely everything. Remember, the girls basketball district matchups, that's going to be released on Sunday, and they'll be put on the website, MHSA.com, and the D-Zone website. That's a very good reference point as well. Final thoughts on this one, Doc?
East Lansing, fantastic tonight. Missing Branson, down a rotation guy in Deontay Macy. Cam Hudson, KJ Torbert, the bench guys stepped up, played really well. Okemos had their chances.
They did.
They got it. They tied the ball game. They got it close in the fourth quarter, and they just couldn't make the plays they needed to. East Lansing, their defense made the plays to get this victory and go undefeated in CAAC Blue play at 12-0.
Mason undefeated in league play in the CAAC Red at 10-0. Langsburg undefeated in league play in the CMAC at 18-0. And by the way, Xander Woodruff, absolutely awesome this year, averaging almost 33 points a game. Yes, that's right. Almost 33 a game for Tim Beebe's Langsburg Wolfpack. And if Sexton beats Portland tonight, they'll finish the CAAC White with a 14-0 league record. I don't know if it's ever happened where we've had all the area league champions go undefeated.
Usually in
league play.
At least somebody gets an upset along the way, or there's a couple of top teams that do it, but nevertheless, I don't know if it's ever happened, but it'd be impressive if it did.
Absolutely. So that's going to do it for us here at East Lansing High School. Thanks to Nikki Norris for helping us out tonight. Thanks to Nathan Vandenberg. And for my broadcast partner, Eric Doc Love, you're the best. You are the best. For Eric Doc Love, I'm Brock Palmbush. Thank you for listening tonight. You've been listening to your trusted source for high school sports coverage, the game 7:30 AM WVFN and the Lansing Sports Network. Again, the final score, East Lansing 68, Okemos 55. Join me tomorrow for High School Rewind, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. until 11, here on the game 7:30 AM WVFN. We now join ESPN Radio, already in progress, on the game 7:30 AM WVFN. Have a great night, everyone.